Hello ladies and gentlemen, this video is going to be part 3 in my series where I try and predict Rise of Kingdom Commander strengths based on my experience and knowledge of Lord of the Rings Rise to War. The goal of this series is for me to try and learn as much as I can about the commanders in this game before my jump project starts on June 20th. If you're an experienced player and know a lot about the game, please do leave me some feedback down in the comment section below. Welcome back everyone. We left off in the last video talking about Hannibal, so we'll move on to Mehmed II. He has Ottoman cannons, hits 5 targets in a fan-shaped area, dealing damage, and the damage is reduced for each target that you hit beyond the first, and additional damage to city garrisons and watchtowers. I like the big AoE damage, however, the fact that it gets reduced with the more targets you hit seems a little bit awkward, especially because like it 5 targets, so I guess 4 additional targets. I don't know if it's 4 additional or 5 additional, but 15% seems like quite a steep like decline as you're hitting more and more targets there. Lord of Land and Sea, 8% increased attack and 8% extra skill damage. I've heard attack is not the best stat to stack in this game, so that might not be super good. Fatigue. When you attack a city, their normal attacks have a 10% chance to deal extra damage to the garrison. That's 1,000 extra damage at a 10% chance, so it's basically 100 extra damage per attack on average. But you're attacking cities, so there's that. Troops led by this commander have extra troop capacity, and when you launch a rally, it's even more troop capacity. I assume this stacks additively for a 20% bonus. Troop capacity does seem nice, and this is a whole bunch of text to go through. It's all the same, I think, except for you have a 50% chance to deal a second burst of additional damage to city garrisons and watchtowers. So for open field fighting, this guy doesn't seem particularly wonderful because the AoE is going to like steeply, sharply decline as you're hitting a whole bunch of stuff with it. However, for attacking cities, he does seem super awesome. So maybe like C tier for open field, but like A, potentially S tier for blowing up other people. Move on to Aethelflaed. I don't know how you say her name. If anybody knows how to pronounce her name, please do let me know. Arrow of Iron, 5 damage, 5 targets in a fan-shaped area, reducing attack, defense, and health. So you reduce like all of the things by 30%. You hit 5 targets. That seems pretty freaking incredible. Thunderous Force. You take less counterattack damage, and you can slow down stuff. 20% march speed for cav, 10% march speed for other units, going up to a 50% reduction on cavalry, 30% reduction on everybody else. So it makes your troops a little bit more survivable, and it makes it so probably nobody can ever get away from you. Seems reasonably solid. Synergy, 5% increased damage to barbs, and you gain 35% extra experience for both of your commanders. That seems quite nice for barb chaining. So far, she seems like the best barb chaining commander that I've seen so far. Fortress of Mercia. When she leads a rallied attack, you get more troops, and when you have 3 or more unit types, you gain extra attack. For the early game, this seems pretty solid. I'm not sure how this ends up in the mid to late game if you're just wanting to run around with 1 unit type. And Warrior Queen, said that weird. 20% increased damage to troops when they are affected by slowdown, which goes very nicely, it seems, with Thunderous Force. So far, I think she has to be the best barb chaining commander that I have seen. So I think she's like S or S plus tier for that. In the open field, she's probably like B or maybe like B minus. She does have some really nice debuffs and snares. However, she has a couple, or at least 1 dead skill. I guess 2 dead skills as far as field fighting goes, because I don't know how rally interacts with fighting in the field. I think you have to rally against like specific targets. Cleopatra the 7th, she has Queen of Kings. You heal some stuff, can hit a bunch of armies, The healing seems pretty low though, but you do get 15% increased defense. That might be okay, bringing her along as a support commander. End of Ptolemy, increased gathering speed and even more when you're gathering stone. Increased load, so you can carry more stuff that you gather. The Last Pharaoh, you get increased attack and defense when you're gathering. So I do have a specific question about this one if anybody knows. Does their attack and defense interact with the rate at which you gather or even how much you can carry? I'm not sure on that. If this only applies in the case that you get attacked while gathering, I feel like it's probably not very good because I think the goal is to not get attacked while you're gathering. So yeah, kind of iffy on that one. Gift of the Nile, you get extra resources in resource packs. That seems quite nice because you can't, the resources in resource packs can't be stolen from you, as far as I understand. So as far as gathering goes, she's probably S or S plus tier. As far as actual PvP, she seems pretty terrible with only one applicable skill. I don't know that she would be worth bringing along just for this. Probably not, as my gut instinct at least. And Siondiock, I guess is how you say that. You have direct damage, reduce their rage. So that doesn't seem terrible. You know, makes their skills go off less often. More gathering speed. Gathering, so 10%. So this is a lot like Cleopatra so far. Only siege units have a 10% chance to deal additional damage to the target. I guess that's okay for attacking cities. I'm actually not sure. Like, do you want siege units out there fighting in your armies, or do you just want them gathering, then potentially hitting something that they need to deal siege damage to once everything else is dead and it's safe to bring them out? So, do have kind of a question about that one. Increases load of siege units and grants additional 10%. So this seems slightly worse than Cleopatra's because those 10% resources could potentially be stolen from you. Although I guess it would depend on, like, does Cleopatra only get 5% additional after gathering in the form of resource packs? It would be interesting to know the numbers specifically on these resource packs to better judge how it interacts with gathering. Because if you just gather the additional 10% and then use them right away, no big deal, because they're gone. So for actual PvP, she also seems quite terrible. For gathering, she seems quite nice. That's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think about my commander predictions and analysis down in the comment section below. I'll catch you in the next one. Rise to the Phoenix, over and out.